Want to grow your business and take it to the next level? Well, here we all are, and we are going to show you how through hard work, perseverance, and a little help and know-how, you can take things to the next level and push the success of your business even further. Let's get going.
Welcome everyone, your next episode of the Practiceology Podcast, where we teach you the science of running a highly successful and profitable allied health business that works without you. And I've got Nick Fischer joining me. Nick, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Nick's from beautiful Wilmington, North Carolina. Mate, I haven't been to North Carolina yet, but it's on my list. Nick is the founder of Chirobasix, which is a marketing agency which helps chiropractors grow their practice by building and executing proven marketing programs that drive consistent new patient growth, which is what we all want. His team handles your entire digital presence to make your practice the obvious choice for chiropractic care and dominate your local market. And as Nick says, it leads to more awareness, more leads, and more patients. Ooh, interesting stuff. Nick, are you ready to go? And you're fired up for 7 minutes. Can you do this in 7 minutes, Nick Fischer?
I will do my best.
All right. Well, let's see where we end up. I'll hit my timer and away we go. Question one, Nick. Who is your ideal client at Chirobasix?
Ideal clients are local chiropractic offices. So usually a lot of times single doctor clinics. Other times it could be an integrative practice with a whole team of physicians.
Okay. And question two. So what's the problem you solve for these practice owners? What do you do for them?
The problem we solve is digital marketing, poor digital marketing. So a lot of offices don't have a strong online presence. We help fix that. And of course, getting practices to grow as far as new patient numbers, offices that are looking to, expand.
Well, question three with about 6 minutes left. So what are the typical symptoms practice owners experience, Nick, when they have poor digital presence?
Yeah, usually it's a lack of growth. So if their digital presence isn't polished up and they're not positioning themselves well online, they're not getting the traction that they need or want to grow at the rate that they're looking to go. So, if their website isn't up to par, if their Google presence isn't there, if they're not on social, they lack the ability to draw in new patients, educate new patients, and get the growth that they're really looking for.
Yeah. And it's overwhelming, isn't it? Like that, they're busy enough treating patients without having to learn all this stuff, and it changes so quick.
Yeah, that's a conversation we have a lot is, you got in the industry to be a doctor. You don't want to waste your time trying to figure out how to build websites or get ranked higher on Google. Like it gets really technical and in the weeds and not really best use of the doctor's time. So that's why we step in.
Yeah. So question four, with about 5 minutes left. So what are the common mistakes, Nick, that practice owners make when they try and solve their digital presence or improve their digital presence? What do they do wrong?
Usually they're either trying to DIY the solution. So either themselves or someone in the office is trying to make it work. And it gets really complicated really fast, or they're kind of piecemealing it together with someone they knew. Maybe they subscribe to a service for their website and then someone else is doing Facebook or whatever the case is. And it kind of is very, not very congruent. It doesn't work together to really dominate the online space. So those are the two of the most common mistakes that we see practices doing.
So they find a friend who does websites, or they find a friend who does they hear about a bloke that does something or a girl that does something, and they just jump on it without really understanding it or having it in the one place.
That's right. Especially those who don't have experience in this industry and with the localized marketing. So it can make a big difference when you work with someone that's more specialized.
All right. Question five then, with about 4 minutes left. So what's a valuable free action, Nick? What can our listeners and viewers do to solve their poor digital marketing for themselves? What can they do? What do you suggest?
Focus on content. So if you're on your website, if you're on social, if you're thinking about your Google presence, content will solve all of those problems. So if you build right content, get on video, create videos of yourself, using this as an avenue for education, this is going to help you propel yourself online. Take that content and push it out through all the channels that you have access to and that you're pushing online. And that's going to help you propel your experience online, your ability to pull in patients and get a better online presence.
Well, question 6 then, with about 3 minutes left. So what's a free resource, Nick? You guys always have great resources for our listeners and viewers. What can they do to get in contact with you? Or what resource have you got that can help them solve their poor digital presence?
Yeah, so we have an audit tool where you can actually find your business online, and it'll actually audit your existing presence. So it will look at your website, look at your social, look at your Google rankings, and kind of give you some action items that you can take to help make your online presence better. So that resource is available for free. You can go to chirobasix.com/SEO-report. So chirobasix.com/SEO-report. You can run a free audit for your own practice to kind of see where you currently stand and the action items to get you to the better place.
Wow, that's cool. So because you always want someone, am I online? You Google yourself and think how we're going, but you don't really, it's not really that scientific. At least you've got some tools there that can help them. All right. With a couple of minutes left, Nick, question 7. What's the one question I should have asked you in today's session that I didn't? What's the real kicker?
Yeah, a lot of offices, the question that we get the most is like, where's the best bang for your buck when it comes to marketing online? Because there's so many different opportunities and channels that you can go after. And, usually the first thing that we always say is focus on Google, right? Google, patients are already actively looking for care on Google. And if you position yourself well on Google, running Google ads, getting your Google My Business listing there, getting your website ranked, it allows those people that are that low-hanging fruit, the people already looking for you, able to find you. And just by getting on the first page of Google, you're going to see tremendous growth. So yeah, that's what I would suggest. That's the question we get, and probably the most valuable advice that most offices will get for their digital space.
All right, mate. And you work with chiros all over the world, I assume. You're not just USA. You're Google ads are Google ads regardless of where you run them, I assume, and media is the same. You're across the world.
That's right. Yeah, the systems work globally, so yeah, not just the US. Yeah.
Mate, and what's the URL again, mate? And where do they go? Was a complex URL I'll put under the show notes, but what's the URL again for those that are typing or listening?
Yeah, it's Chirobasix, so CHIRO, and then basics, BASIX.com/SEO-report. So chirobasix.com/SEO-report.
And we've got chiros, but we also got physios and podiatrists. Will they get value out of that resource as well, regardless of their profession, or is it chiro specific?
Yeah, that will work for any localized business or office. So it doesn't have to just be chiros. It could be any local business will benefit from something like that.
Nick Fischer, you are a superstar. Thanks for joining us on the Practiceology Podcast.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Appreciate your time.
Now, if you haven't registered for the next Practiceology webinar, go to mypracticeology.com, and I'll see you in the next episode.